Now, I've made several videos about my love for Polygon, how bullish I am about Polygon, and all the reasons why. But I wanted to share this particular piece with you. And then at the end, I want to share all of the brand partnerships, or most of the brand partnerships that Polygon has. And I'm not talking about crypto native companies, I'm talking about big brands in Web 2, the ones that you are all familiar with, who are using Polygon to transition into a Web 2.5 version and then ultimately into Web 3. But right here in the beginning, I want to share with you a Forbes podcast where we have an interview with the senior editor at Forbes.
Some of the names, we don't recommend any investments here. And of course, when we're talking about VCs, it's a different route in. It's not a retail investment kind of solution. But are there particular companies that are emerging, or particular solutions that are most enthusiastic to embrace?
I will say that there's a name that I'm seeing frequently mentioned in the headlines right now: Polygon. Polygon seems to have a really winning combination of technology and team, and we're seeing them.
And technology and team are two very important components when it comes to assessing any project. And that's pretty a fair assessment when it comes to even Web 2 versions of any startup projects, but definitely in Web 3, you want to look at technology, which really we're looking at the chain as well, right? That's the specific. Are they building on ETH? Are they building on Polygon? Are they building on Avalanche? Whatever chain they're on, how viable is that chain? What's the ecosystem like? And Polygon has built a fantastic ecosystem and brand partnerships, which I'll share later. But just the way they are scaling the ETH protocol and using ETH security layers and really taking it to the next level, this is why it's in everyone's ear.
Not only getting some pretty impressive contracts, but providing some really new functionality that is getting
What do they do?
Adopters. So they're helping companies build with blockchain. They're one of these companies that are sort of integrating some of the functionality that is common amongst all institutions into the software layer itself. And they're kind of shortening the time to create new applications by integrating it into the blockchain itself. So this is what I'm talking about, where the layer 2 stuff is frequently just the next step towards actual tools. The applications themselves are being built on top of these layer 2 solutions. So you're seeing institutions, both old institutions from the pre-blockchain world and newer institutions that are crypto native, as we've been saying, that are building tools directly on Polygon.
So
We're talking about technologies in these Web 2 companies that they're not going to swap out for something new all of a sudden. And so what they're going to do is that they're going to look for a crypto entity that can actually help them integrate those technologies into the blockchain and into the blockchain ecosystem. And Polygon is that layer for a lot of these companies. And look, one of the biggest things that people always look for is credibility, trust, and those who talk and write about a particular entity. And as we know it, Forbes is pretty reputable. They have a long-standing history, and for them to be talking about Polygon and the inherent benefits of what Polygon is bringing to the table is actually a pretty big deal. But an even bigger deal is I actually want to show you the brand partnerships that Polygon has orchestrated with these Web 2 companies, and all of them you've definitely heard of if you haven't used without even thinking about it. All right, so here they are right here. So if we go down this list, I bet there's maybe a handful that you haven't heard of, but let's go through it. We've got MasterCard, we've got Instagram, we've got Bentley's, Nike, eBay, Stripe was a big one, JP Morgan. What they did with JP Morgan was they actually facilitated a transaction with a tokenized Japanese dollar, Japanese yen. And that's kind of, it was kind of a quiet deal. It is a big deal, but it wasn't really hyped up too much, probably because it's a banking thing. But that was the first time a bank has used a blockchain, well, of that magnitude anyway, from JP Morgan, to actually initiate some sort of transaction. So that was through Polygon. We've got Twitter, we've got Starbucks, where the loyalty program is now running with Polygon. That's going to be a big deal. We've got some NFTs that are being layered on through there that's going to help with the loyalty program with Starbucks. You got Shopify, you've got Robinhood, you've got Reddit, you've got Prada, you've got NFL in there, Adobe. You know, we're looking at Facebook, probably a company that you heard of. Adidas is another one with their NFTs as well. Disney Accelerator. Now, Polygon is the only blockchain company that actually got accepted into the Disney Accelerator. That's a big deal. And so going forward, Disney NFTs, anything Disney would like to do with the blockchain is most likely, if not guaranteed, to be on Polygon. We've got Coinbase, one of the largest crypto exchanges out there. Mercedes-Benz was a recent brand partnership that they've done. Dolce & Gabbana, you've got DraftKings and others. Okay, so it's a pretty big deal. This list is not comprehensive, but it does point out how big their partnerships are. And look, the names that I mentioned in here, the Twitters, the Instagram, Facebook, they've got a reputation to protect, especially MasterCard, this old payment processing, right? Why would they use Polygon? First of all, we got to think of why would they want to be in the blockchain if it was nothing? But two, okay, let's say blockchain technology is something that you are on, you know, you understand, okay, this technology is here to stay. Well, who are they picking? That's really what we're going to focus on. And right now, everybody's picking Polygon. Sandeep and the rest of the founders there at Polygon are doing an amazing job, not only in their technology and the projects they're doing, but getting the awareness out. You can have the best project, you can have the best technology, but if nobody knows about it, your staying power is not going to be very long. So they're doing a great job of not only combining the work that they're doing and their hard efforts and their hard work, but also the awareness part of it. They're getting people to talk about it. I'm talking about it. You're hearing it now. You may be talking about it to your friends. So they're getting awareness, not even just from a high level, these big brands, but grassroots people are talking about these guys. So they're doing some great things. Keep an eye out. If you want to check out some more videos about Polygon and why I love them, check them out over here.